Good evening, players, parents, fans, and community of Columbia Unit School District Number 4. My name is Scott Horner, Athletic Director here at Columbia Unit School District 4. I would like to provide an update from the Athletic Department in regards to return to sports here at CUSD4. As many of you know, the IHSA has just recently released a timeline for sports and their return, and as of right now, this is all the information that I have available. Exact schedules, dates, and times are being formulated, and I hope to have that information available in the upcoming days. There's not a perfect plan available, but it is my hope that we spend our energy on what is good about the plan and keep in mind that sports are back here in Columbia. Let's be encouraged by the news. Here's the timeline for Columbia Middle School. Volleyball season. Games can begin the week of February 1st, as we have already began tryouts this week, with an end date of March 6th. Boys basketball games will begin the week of February 8th, with an end date of March 13th, with girls basketball to follow shortly after that. Track and field at the middle school level is still undetermined at this point, but we are hopeful that we will have a season for middle school track and field. The timeline for sports at Columbia High School, as complicated as it is. Winter sports, which include cheer, basketball, and bowling, may begin practices as soon as possible, with contests beginning 7 days after each player has practiced in each one of those 7 days, with an end date of March 13th. Traditional fall sports at Columbia, which I must add will include no state series. Also, basketball in the winter sports will have no state series, as well as bowling, with cheer being virtual. Again, traditional fall sports will have no state series, which include boys soccer, football, and volleyball. For boys soccer, start date is March 1st for practice, with games beginning again after each athlete has had 7 practices, with an end date of April 17th. Football may begin practice on March 13th, with an end date of April 24th, games beginning on March the 19th. Volleyball can begin practice on March 8th. Games may start 7 days after that, with an end date of April 24th. Again, let me repeat traditional fall sports. There will be no state series. Boys soccer start date March 1st, end date April 17th. Football March 13th, end date of April 24th. Volleyball March 8th, with an end date of April 24th. That moves us to our traditional spring sports, which include baseball, softball, track and field, and girls soccer. All of those sports, state series is to be determined. The IHSA is working very hard to figure out a possible schedule as to when there could be a state series for those traditional spring sports of baseball, softball, track, and girls soccer, knowing that they did not have a state series last season. Their start date is April the 5th, again beginning games 7 days after that, with an end date of June the 19th. Players and parents, please keep in mind that should your season start soon, you will still need to have a physical waiver and concussion form, and for the high school athletes, a drug consent form on file in the office before you may begin practice or tryouts. Updates will be made available as we get them on the athletics website. You can also find updates on the IHSA website at ihsa.org. And, of course, we will post as many of those updates as possible on all of our social media channels. Expect information in the coming days in regards to spectator limitations and other COVID guidelines. Those items are still to be determined. Also, remember that all this information on season start dates will only be pertinent should Region 4 move to Tier 1 or Phase 4 mitigation. Currently, we are in Tier 2 mitigation, where we can have no athletic contests outside of girls and boys bowling because they are a low-risk sport. Stay tuned for updates as they become available. Feel free to reach out to the athletics office at 618-281-2512, and I will give you as much information as I have. Thank you.